Alright, hey ladies and gentlemen, so sorry for about the dark room and not posting for maybe a couple months. But so I want to address some stuff that I just feel is personally stupid at this point in time, and yeah, let's get to addressing it. First of all, if you've seen my pal Safer YT's video, or aka King Jordan, I will leave a link to his YouTube channel down in the description if I'm able to, but make sure to go subscribe to him. Actually really has good content, better than mine. So yeah, go subscribe to that man's. Anyways, let's get back to the video. So, first things first, addressing this person, I will not be using their name, but I will be using a fake name. So in this case, we'll call them Poison Ivy. So in this case, Poison Ivy hasn't been in my life for about a year or so, and so me and Jordan have had the, like 5 years of our lives just chilling. Also, my cat's over there, I did not realize that. But so, me and my friend Jordan have had the past couple of years just chilling, minding my own business, and minding his own business. And I remember this clearly, like a long time ago. I think this was about, during December of 2020. But so in this case scenario, we're just chilling, playing duos, and, well, no, we're playing squads. So we're playing squads, Phil, and all of a sudden I get invited by Poison Ivy. And I'm like, dude, it's her. And then he's like, oh, well, just join. And I'm like, I don't want to. And he was like, dude, just do it. So I decided to go do it. I joined up the party. And Poison Ivy just was like, oh, you joined. And then leaves the party. Which, first of all, if you're going to invite me, why would you leave? And second of all, I feel like you're stupid. But I digress from there. So we're chilling. It takes about a 30-minute break or about an hour for Poison Ivy to then join our Fortnite party. Which, mind you, at the time, me and Safer YT are just minding our personal business, I was just mentioning the fact that it was just fucking random how Poison Ivy left the party and then decides to join again. It was random, but I digress from there too. So Poison Ivy puts on her mic and says, I'm hoping y'all don't be a dick to me today, which that's pretty much the most irrelevant thing I think I've heard a person say, because mind you, you haven't been talking to me for about a year, let alone Saferook in general, for about a year or so. Which, speaking of this person, they blocked me on Snapchat and on Xbox. But there was an incident with Jordan that recently happened, but I will bring that up later on in this video. So, pretty much me and Saferook are pretty much just trying to mind our own business, We're trying to avoid this person at all costs because we just don't want to talk to this person. And then I'm like, and then Jordan's calling our teammate trash, so I'm like, Sakura. And then this person has the balls, which this person didn't have any. They're female, which makes no sense. But they proceed to be like, it's Sakura. I don't need correction. I just said their name. I get it, there's a way to pronounce the name Sakura, but I just said Sakura. Like, I don't really care how to pronounce their names. It's an anime, as if I cared. But I digress because that was off topic. So Jordan was just like, dude, no one cares. Because I didn't care and he didn't care. Like you don't need to correct me on something I was legit just saying. Like, I don't need to be corrected unless you're my teacher and I misspelled something or I did something wrong in class, which last time I checked, you are around, 12? So I don't know why you bossing me around. But either way. So she was like, oh yeah, but that's why you're trash at the game. When were we talking about the game? We just wanted you to stop. We didn't really need to know or you to put your 2 cents into me saying a name of an anime character, which is just the dumbest shit ever. I don't need a correction on an anime character's name. So I'm gonna need you to frick off with that bullcrud. But anyways. So this person decides to get all defensive. And at this point, Safer YT is getting pissed off. He's mad, he's pissed. So he starts going off, and he's saying the N-word, because mind you, he's black. He's legally allowed to say it. It is not like he is white. So in this case scenario, I'm just chilling, minding my own business. And I'm like, bro, just stop. And she's like, then she really wants to get into the territory of racism. And I'm going to tell you what this type of racism or this form of racism is. First of all, this form of racism is known as colorism, where pretty much if you're mixed like me, they pretty much put a type of skin tone that you are, so they either assume or call you white, or they assume and call you black. So both sides can call you pretty much white or black, but they cannot tell you what color you are either way. That applies to everyone. So anyone who is mixed and anyone says that but you're white, that's considered colorism, which is a form of racism. Now I digress from there. So in this case, she wants to be like, well, what do you know? You're not black. And that's where the colorism kicks in, because you're not just going to tell me that I'm not black. Consider colorism and is a form of racism. She wants to get all defensive and so pretty much before that all happened, just bringing up random points in the story. But so we load up into another squad's film match with Medusa, which I'm changing her name now, and Safer Kwati and me with a random part of our, squad. So the random squad mate and Medusa just decided to land somewhere completely different, while me and Jordan are just chilling, minding our business in, Steamy Stacks. So she wants to be bringing up stuff like, oh yeah, this person's dad died, or this person's grandfather died, or her dog died, or something. Which, mind you, I would have said, I'm sorry for your loss, but due to the fact that you're being bitchy about shit that we haven't talked about in a year or so, but you want to be bitchy to my friend, I'm not going to react in the way you want me to react. Let alone the fact that you really want to be bringing this type of stuff up. If that is true, I am sorry for your loss and my condolences. But if it wasn't and you just want a reaction out of me, I'm sorry, but that's like the most dickiest thing I think I can see anyone doing. That is pitiful and pathetic. But so they really want to be getting toxic and decide not to help me and Jordan when we were knocked down. And that was like the most douchebaggiest thing to do in life. So we pretty much just load up into a creative game because after that we pretty much just got done with it. And then that's when she wanted to be colorist and decided to leave our party and make invalid points about shit, like saying, oh yeah, you didn't help me with anything. Which, if you didn't know the story, me and Medusa were dating for about, 2 years or so, and she was going through some really tough times and tough shit, and I helped her through it. It was more or less with her mom being she was a really heavy alcoholic and smoked a lot and stuff with her boyfriend and all that, and she came to me for help whenever those situations happened. She would always come to me. She'd be like, "Oh yeah," and there was another person known as Pyro, but I don't want to bring him up. So in this case scenario, she pretty much wanted to be bringing up an invalid point, saying I didn't help her for about 2 years of her life, which, mind you, I have, and it's bullshit because going back in most of our texts, there was some stuff that she personally brought up to me in party on Snapchat, and I'm actually on the phone that most of the stuff has happened on. So in this case scenario, you can imagine how that is, knowing that you have evidence on an older phone, which I'm actually currently recording on. Something that she wants to be bringing up invalid points. This is where it gets to later on stuff. So I'm chilling. It's been about 2 weeks after that incident happened. And from there, I get invited to a party by a random person, and they said, you know what, just don't join. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? I don't know this person at all, and I would rather not join their party because I don't know them. And then I joined after they said, okay, just join now. And I'm like, fine, okay. So I joined, and they want to be bringing up, hey, do you know a person named Safer Kwati? And I was like, yeah, I do. And I'd be like, okay. So, do you know a girl by the chance of Medusa? I was like, oh, yeah, I do. So, here's the full situation. And they were cutting me off midway through the story because they just didn't want to hear it. Because for some goddamn reason, I guess they wanted to stick on her side, even though she was the one who was being racist and, being, just a dick in general. So from here, they were like, oh yeah, but here's the thing though, why you gotta be a little puss? And I was like, I'm not. And they're like, oh, but you weren't helping her midway through her life. And I was like, I helped her for about 2 exact years because we were dating for 2 exact years. And they're like, no, you weren't. And then they kicked me from the party because they couldn't deal with my bullshit. Which, mind you, I don't know how stupid they have to be to realize that, yes, they did. Or yes, I did. But In this case scenario, I move on to the recent stuff. So I'm at my dad's house and I'm chilling, and Jordan gets texted by a random person over Xbox. And I'm like, well, who was it? And they were saying, hello, bitch, N-word, which, mind you, Jordan knew who exactly it was. It was Natalie's having a secondary account and deciding to message Jordan again and saying the N-word, which is being racist in every goddamn way. And even though it's through text, it's still considered racist either way. You are white. You do not earn the permission to say the word, let alone go after someone who hasn't talked to you in about a year and then proceed to be a dick to them. How are you going to be like, oh, don't be a dick to me today, but then be a dick to a person that you haven't talked to in about over a year? It makes no sense to me. But that's where I'm going to cut it off. If any new things come up after this video, assume that she fucking hates me. But to the person, Medusa, which I'll now say their Xbox name, Star Meteor, if you're really going to come after a person, use your account and text it personally. Trust me, there's already people in life who do the same exact shit. We let it back to you because we knew it was you. You are pathetic, you are weak, and I'm not taking pity on you at all. The fact that you really want to be going after someone and being racist and then proceed to be calling a person the N-word and then saying, oh yeah, but I'm part of the LGBTQ community and I stand up for Black Lives Matter, and then support a woman who, like, just supports Donald Trump in general. Please leave my life. I don't care if you comment at all on this video, bringing up invalid points because you always want to be doing that. But please, leave me alone, don't enter my life, and if you're really going to be talking smack, do it over the phone or on Xbox. And don't even get Matthias in this situation, because Matthias is just chilling. If you really want to get your older brother in this situation, then do get him in. But there's a lot more stuff that I know about you that, you know what? I'm cutting it off there. Well, YouTube, this is just an informative video on shit that's been going on in my life. So, this is Daytime Fire 72 out. I will be recording another video sometime soon tonight, but peace.